Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rural Vermonter YouTube channel. Today, I'm gonna go buy myself another new daily driver. So this year, my daily driver started out with a 2018 GMC Canyon. It was really nice, but then I wanted to have the money in the bank rather than a truck, so I sold it. And then I was daily driving this. This is my Duramax, and I'm still daily driving it. And I would keep daily driving it. It's great. But when I started daily driving it, when I sold my Canyon to daily drive this, I knew it was going to be like a temporary thing because really it's not super practical. And while it does actually get like 19 to 20 miles per gallon, that is diesel, which is more expensive. And also I need to start repairing it. And if I'm repairing everything, I can't be daily driving it. I need it because stuff's going to be taken off of it. Anyway, you'll see some repair videos coming on this very soon because now that I'm not daily driving it, well, now that I won't have to be daily driving it, I can actually start fixing it. So my thought process for my new daily driver is, since I already have Big Red and I have Toad over there for all my landscaping and towing needs, I want to get something a little bit smaller and something economical with gas prices the way they are right now. And I really like that GMC Canyon I had, but it was just too expensive. So I'm just gonna get a cheaper version of that. I found an 09 Chevy Colorado listed for 2,900 bucks. It's 4-wheel drive. It's a 4-cylinder. Should get really good gas mileage, and we're gonna go see if that's a good truck. Now, of course, my other option would be to daily drive this, which is the Ford Taurus I got for free, that I had to fix because it was wrecked. But I'm not a Ford guy, never have been, probably never will be. So I'm just not gonna do that. And also, this only gets like 20 miles per gallon. It's a V6 and it does not get that good miles per gallon. I think the Colorado is actually going to get better. Plus it's a bit rusty. So we're going to be using Big Red to go pick this thing up because I don't have a co-pilot today. I'll fire this up and we'll hook up the trailer. Here we go. So the trailer's all hooked up and we're going to head out. So there were a few criteria that I needed to cross off in order for this new daily driver to be considered. First was that it was a pickup truck, which this is. Just, you know, I don't necessarily need one, but I'd rather have one. Second, 4-wheel drive. That is pretty necessary for where I live. Third, not a V8 because I don't need that. I'm hoping this 4-cylinder gets above 20 miles per gallon, which would be really nice. Needed to be manual. That was one of the big ones because I really miss my manual trucks. I haven't had one in like 2 years since my Chevy S10, and I miss it big time. So I really wanted a manual, and I made sure that this Colorado was a manual. And lastly, I just wanted it to be a Chevy because that's my favorite thing, daily drive. This thing crosses all those off. My only concern is the high mileage, but then again, it's a pretty good price, and looks fairly rust-free, or rust minimal for being a New England truck. It is really ugly, but it's fairly rust-free, and as long as it's mechanically sound, I'm gonna buy it. So it's a 45-minute drive to where this car is. I will not buy it if there's any bad rust at all. It's not that far away, so I don't have that much to lose, but we have 45 minutes to get there. I know it's cosmetically rough, but I'm really hoping it's not rusty rough. So we're pretty much here. I'm pulling up to it now. Road's pretty nice too, so hopefully the suspension feels all right. So here it is. I'm gonna take a look over it. Got the truck backed in here. Don't know what I think of it yet, but I'll let you know if I buy it or not. Well, I purchased the Colorado, as you can see. There it is behind me. Runs and drives really well. It's not too rusty. Happy with the purchase though. So if I didn't say so yet already, I paid $2,000 for it, which 2 years ago would be like a pretty good deal or an okay deal. Now it's like, I say it's a good deal for a running and driving inspected vehicle, especially with car prices the way they are now. It's not a knock you out of the park deal like a lot of the cars I get are, but it's still good, and because it's the manual Colorado, which is exactly what I was looking for, I'm willing to pay, you know, a little bit more for it. But I would still say $2,000 for that 4-wheel drive inspected truck is still a good deal, and I'm happy. Made it back home. We're gonna unhook this thing, take it off. I might dent the front a little bit, we'll see. So here's the old truck. I've had it for like maybe 2.5 weeks now. Just been daily driving it around. I've put over 500 miles on it. Thing is sweet. Here's Beetle over there. And there's a sneak peek of a Tacoma that is to come. I'll definitely do a versus match between that Tacoma, which is an 07, and this, which is an 09. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. But over the past 500 miles, I've gotten over 20 miles per gallon somehow. I don't drive it nicely either. It's a capable truck with the four-wheel drive. It has no tow hitch, so I'm not gonna be able to do any towing unless I put one on there. But the four-cylinder really does not have much power. For example, when I'm on the interstate doing 75, sometimes I have to downshift up a big hill. One thing I don't like about these Colorados is the steering wheel. I just think it's really, really ugly. Why did they make this the steering wheel? Other than that, the interior is very durable and duty-based, so I like that. Somehow this radio doesn't have any faded buttons, and it at 200,000 miles nonetheless, and it sounds pretty good. That's not a good example. One sec.
Country music. Let's get it.
Anyway, it sounds really good. There's no rattle in the speakers or anything. Put her in reverse and pull it out here for you. Hopefully I don't run over Beetle. There we go, we're out in the sun now, but it's got 231,000 miles. The engine light came on. I've scanned it. It's for an evap code, so it's probably the gas tank or the purge cylinder. Easy fixes. I'm just gonna leave it on for now because who cares? The AC blows ice cold. Gotta love it. It's got a back seat back here that is pretty much unusable except for all my junk and my tools. It's got electric windows. Oh my God, fancy. And they work excellently. Everything on this truck actually works excellently for 200,000 miles. Cruise control, AC, both windows, electric locks. Clutch feels good. Back here, you can see the rockers have some Bondo on them. That is not surprising, but frame looks good. You're hearing it run now. This is perfect. It's purring like a kitten. I did an oil change on it. The oil had no metal chunks in it or anything. It's a sweet rig. So this is only a 4-banger under here. Runs so good. No timing belt rattle or chain rattle. The lights work. I can't believe everything works so well on this thing. You can see the rust starting here. We're gonna have to take care of that if I keep this for longer. This is the frame. I think it's been coated over before. Tailgate operates. A little bit of rust body stuff. A little bit starting on the bottom of the tailgate, but it's not bad. Closes. The bumper is still not even rusted away. She's pretty sweet. So it does have some rust underneath, but not terrible. The shock mounts are still there. The gas tank straps are still there, which is where it usually goes. Spare tires all crusty. It's got a new exhaust on it. These frames were made pretty thin, so they go through pretty quick, but the good thing is you can just weld to them, which is nice. Body mounts are there and they're good. Obviously, like I said, some rust. The transfer case is leaking a little bit. I'm gonna have to take care of that. I think that's the input shaft, so we're gonna look into that. But it's got new ball joints up here. I don't know if you can see that, but brand new ball joints. Torsion bar looks good. No transmission whine, clutch whine, no funny noises. It's just a solid daily driver for $2,000. Ain't that right, Beetle? All right, let's take this thing for a spin. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. Buckle up. So it's a pretty steep hill, but it's got plenty of power on the low end. So much power that it knocked over my camera. But the ball joints are replaced, so it feels really good. The steering is very tight, as you can see. It's a great driving experience. It's also really quiet in here, in case you can't tell. We're doing some rattles from this door, but not bad at all. Second, and the third. It's really quiet. There's no wind noise, no tire noise. Seems actually pretty solidly built. All right, so I got my pizza. Here we go. A little acceleration. So it's got the pickup at the low speeds, but once you merge it onto the highway, you gotta have the RPMs pretty high up. It gets it done, gets the job done for sure. So who knows how long this is going to be my daily driver for, but definitely for a little while. And once I sell it, you know, this is not something I'm going to lose money on when I resell it. So it's not a bad investment. It's definitely a fun little truck. And now that we have this, I can really start to get to work on that Duramax and start repairing stuff that needs repairing. Because that Duramax is probably staying on the channel for a little while longer. It's just such a useful truck. And you guys on the channel really like it. I do too. But thanks for watching this one, guys. Stay tuned for the video of me buying that Toyota Tacoma over there, which I also got for a steaming deal. And then stay tuned for the show off between the 09 Colorado and the 07 Tacoma. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.